the main event of the evening.
Yeah. And then we'll
Tail of the
do a
tape.
quick recap of predictions at the end.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So here we go. Leon Edwards versus Belal Muhammad. Remember the name, he says. In the red corner, you got 22-3-0, and in the blue corner, 23-3-0. Jamaica versus United States here, 6 inches versus someone who's 5'11, so not too much in height difference, but you've got your kickboxer style matchup versus your kind of all-round wrestling style. And I don't know, how would you describe Belal Muhammad? He's well-rounded, isn't he?
Yeah,
Wrestling style, kind of smothers you, holds you, and is a real physical threat.
he's quite a pressure fighter, but he's also very calculated with his pressure as well. Like he knows
Mm,
when to go and knows when to pull back a little bit. Whereas with Leon, on the other hand, he's very good at slowing the fight down to his pace and just using a lot of feints, a lot of overloading of the brain. Um, so yeah, Bilal's striking has come on quite a bit. I felt that the performance against Sean Brady showed that. In fact, I think that was his best performance, to be honest, and probably one that he didn't get enough credit for.
mm.
But yeah, the wrestling threat, the fact that he's a hard worker, is gonna come into. I'm not saying that Leon's not a hard worker, but I think it's just evident that Bilal is just insane because he comes from that camp that's similar to the Sambo guys really. And they obviously set a level in this game at the
Yeah.
moment. But we shall see.
Yeah, yeah, exactly that, exactly that. Well, then, just a real little bit on this one. So, I asked Ash earlier in the week which of the co-main or main rematch fights did you really want to see most?
Hard.
Yeah, yeah. Which one was it? Either the co-main or the main one? Which one do you want to see run like the most? And both fights ended in kind of like an unnoteworthy manner, of course. But I'm glad they're running this back, and I'm really excited. Mostly about probably the co-main myself. But what about you? Was it the
No,
co-main
yeah.
too,
For
or the
me,
main?
I'm actually more stoked and excited for the co-main. The reason why is because I felt like the Edwards versus Muhammad fight has been so drawn out such a long time. I just want to get it over and done with, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
And for me, and I know there has been a lot of animosity. Yes, there's been a lot of mind games going on throughout the time, but I don't know, man. It is a little bit of that typical striker versus wrestler. And yeah, Leon has showed some excellent takedown defense in his last fights, And in a way, it's sort of like, from a fan's perspective, you think, well, if you can beat Kamaru Usman twice, surely you can beat Bilal Muhammad as well, right? Now, don't
mm,
get me wrong. All right, you can also flip it on its head and go, well, Usman's kind of past his peak at the moment. His
yeah,
knees are jacked up. They're not the same sort of thing. Whereas Bilal, you could say, is maybe entering his prime or in
yeah,
his prime at the moment.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, that's one of the things that he's been really frustrated about. Why he's not been given a look in. He's like, look, I'm not going to stay in this peak moment forever. So, of course, the best thing for Edwards is, yeah, absolutely delay this moment for as long as possible because
mm,
you kind of want to pass the prime. But yeah, for Mohammed, he really wants to go, and he's been wanting this for a long time.
yeah, no,
But
for real.
um, but then I guess do you remember the name? Like I do actually really feel bad for the guy. Lack of support
Yeah.
he's been getting over the years, and but the thing is, he has done nothing but prove me wrong his whole entire career. So when do you think the fans will finally respect Bilal, and what does he need to do to really earn that respect as well? Is it a decision win against the champ going to be enough, or do you reckon they're still going to kind of overlook him then?
Yeah, you're probably right. I think if Bilal does win in a way, it's probably going to be a close decision that probably will upset a lot of fans.
Right.
He does need to go out there and finish Leon if he wants to get his respect. And if he does, then yeah, by all means, hold my hands up. Bilal, the rest of the fans will probably start to respect him more. Not only that, I think if Bilal's story of what he's doing at the moment with his charity and everything comes out a little bit more, because it's starting to come out a little bit more now. The fact that he's kind of taken. He's like fostered Palestinian child who kind of um,
Wow.
his kneecap shattered. I think it was due to injury. So if that story sort of unravel a little bit more, I think that people will probably have a bit more respect for Bilal. Um,
Wow.
so
I did not know that. I did not know that still.
yeah, yeah. So he's kind of carrying a lot of pressure coming into this fight in a lot of ways, which could be his demise, I guess.
Mm.
Be a little bit
Yeah.
overworked, overtrained, and whereas Leon, on the other hand,
He's
he's
got a
dealt
home
with the pressure
support.
of being, yeah, and he's dealt with it as well
Yeah.
before. So yeah,
Yeah.
he would kind of edge it a little bit.
Let's go over to those gauges and see what's up. Main event of the evening. Leon Edwards versus Belal Muhammad. Who gets the striking?
Bilal, Bilal. I'm joking.
Oh, oh,
Leon Edwards, of course,
whoa.
easy.
Edwards gets it, all right? Edwards gets striking. I'll
Yeah,
pop
I'll
that
get some
on. Oh,
chats in a sec.
put it
You
on me.
guys are awesome.
Yeah, go on in. I actually got to turn this live real quick. You get the chats.
All right, cool. Chats. Brother B says upset coming. Bilal wins decision in a boring counter-striking bicycle away from Leon all night snooze fest. Eesh. Hope to pray to be wrong. Leon deserves a wing. Salute every brother Raf. I see you. He's in the building. Good stuff, my man. Smash like on the video. Jamiro says after he gets mauled, I hope Bilal goes back to attending every UFC event and stops crying. Oh, damn. Colestron back in the house. Welcome in, brother. Who says,
Yes, bro.
what's your top two favorite fights on the card? I mean, main co-main, easy. I think
It's
people
gotta
would
be.
agree with Allen versus Jakaze probably slitting in the number three there for me. Ramlin Dad says Bilal has a massive Muslim following in Manchester. Going to be more supporters than people seem to think. Oh wow, yeah, I did
Why?
see he got received quite well actually when he came in off the plane. So yeah, I think that's a good point there, my man.
Mm.
Constrom says mine is Duncan versus Robocop, Kart versus Makayev. Um, Captain Raphael says Bilal is a solid fighter and deserves the shot against Leon. He absolutely does, and it's been a long time coming. But I think Edwards has always had style that is too passive. He's always susceptible to being outworked by his opponents. I mean, he's
Mm.
been defensively well against Usman, I felt.
Yeah.
Jordan Murray says keep an eye on Patterson versus Crosby. Had some inside info, and Sam's looking tasty. There you go, George. Nicely
I
done.
love
We've got close
insight.
eyes on that fight.
I love
We love
insights.
insights over here.
All about it. You say
Uh,
ISIS?
all over it. Blau, fifth round TKO says peanut butter pie far. And crazy if you think Blau wins, says to us. So they're going back and forth
Yeah.
on this one. But yeah,
Fair enough. No,
I think
I'm almost jealous sometimes that you get the chats because it sounds like a fun place to be right now.
it is.
Keeping you entertained over there.
Is grappling wise, I mean,
It's got to be Mohammed, right?
yeah,
He would use
Bilal's
it.
going to get it, but
He
I
would,
do think that Leon's defensive work should come out on top.
yeah.
I'm hoping.
And now, who's going to get the power, though? I might have to even have a look on paper to see what it says here. But
I think
wins
Leon.
by
It's close, though.
knockouts. Yeah. He's got more wins by knockout, Leon. And Bilal's got more, well, yeah, of course, more decisions. But Leon's also got more submissions, actually. Interesting.
What?
Okay. Yeah. So let's go power for Leon.
Yeah.
Speed, I want to say Leon.
Yeah.
Cardio, I'll go Bilal on that one.
Good. Yeah. I do think that, but like I said earlier, that Leon is very good at managing his output,
Mm-hmm.
and makes you fight at his pace.
Yeah.
So it's difficult. You could
Bilal's a
decide
bit
to
of a
fight
machine, though, isn't he? But have we seen him
Bilal
go
is.
5 rounds?
Yeah, against Vicente Luque he did.
That 5-round one.
And yeah, off the top of my head, there might have been another one. Another one?
I just don't think they're giving them the opportunities, to be fair.
Oh, Gilbert Burns, of course. That was 5 rounds. I
Oh,
forgot
of
that was
course.
5
Yeah,
rounds.
no, you're
It was
right.
good really last minute.
Yeah. Stepped in there. All right, yeah. I think cardio then for Bilal Muhammad, I think personally. That's how it would look for me on paper. Siding with the Brit there with 3 red ticks on his side. That's personally what I reckon. Let's get the odds up real quick then, and then what we could do is skirt down a card and say who we pick either side.
Yeah,
we're resting on.
That's right.
Decision.
Yeah.
All right. So for this fight, the odds are. Okay, so minus 250 for Leon Edwards, and it's plus 205 for Belal Muhammad. So a lot of people are siding with Leon Edwards on this one. I guess, your logic in that is he's going to be able to catch him on the feet and resist the takedown, stay standing.
Yeah, I think the fact that George Murray put it quite nicely here is his two best wrestlers struggled with Leon, which surprised everyone. And I do think that kind of has part of the reason why the odds are what they are, and everyone's siding with Leon on this. I mean, okay, Belal is a little bit of a disliked guy, but that might have some weight to it as well. But
yeah,
that's probably the main thing, really. Peanut Butter Potter says Leon got cracked by Pillow Hands Diaz in round 5. Belal will finish it. I mean, I think complacency.
that one moment.
I think Leon knew he was up on the cards. Personally, I think complacency kicked in that end. But yeah, I think I'm siding with Leon on this. I think
I would do the same. No, actually,
do damage on the feet.
I feel obliged to, but like I said, Belal Muhammad has been proving me wrong my whole entire life, his whole career. So what's going to make tonight different? It probably the one time I go Belal Muhammad, he loses. Imagine. But I don't know if I can do that on a brick card, and I got to go Leon Edwards.